Swag.
Hey, I'm Tori.
I'm none of your beeswax.
And we're exact opposites, I guess.
You guess?
I guess!
My hair's blue!
I'm so done. Okay.
I'm a mermaid.
Stop! I'm trying to talk. Okay, so... Goodbye, I'm done.
No, to leave. I love you.
What was I gonna say? I had this all planned out in my head, and now it's just gone. Okay, so currently Kirsten and I are in the last actual week of our freshman year.
Then we have finals.
Then we have finals next week. It's gonna be so much fun, but like, you know, all those days next week are half days.
Well,
oh yeah, so by the time you guys are watching this, we will literally be done with high school.
We will be sophomores.
We will be done with our freshman year.
We will be sophomores.
And we will be sophomores. So what we want to give you guys is like a video on how to survive your freshman year of high school.
Because high
school is many things, but I'm almost positive.
It's like a girl's period. Like many emotions.
Many emotions at once just hit you right in the chest.
So it's like a period. Let's go!
Okay, let's get started then. Okay. So the first thing about high school, where are you going?
I'm right here.
So the first thing about high school is upperclassmen. They aren't actually as scary as movies or books make them.
Yeah, they're actually kind of cool. Well, a few of them are. I mean, I don't socialize with others.
Yeah, but they're actually pretty cool. They're super nice. They're not going to be all like, oh, stupid freshmen. They just blame...
Some of them are, but they never, like, say it out in the open.
They never, like, blame...
Ooh, this is moving.
There's a bug! It's a lightning bug.
It is?
Yeah.
I want it. I want to squeeze it all over myself like, when I glow.
So, like, they never actually, like, come right out and say that they, like, hate everybody in the freshman class. I mean, they will say stuff like that. Oh my gosh, there are so many new freshmen this year, they're fucking everything up. They might say that. That is only because they
are true.
It's so true. We mess everything up. We don't know what we're doing. And we're all just stressed because it's the first year of high school. What's it going to be like? And all of our teachers kind of just like built it up to be like, oh, it's going to be so much harder. You're going to have to do all this stuff and no one's going to like you because like no one likes freshmen. Really, it's not like that.
At all.
At all. Like,
so you can go prove your teachers wrong if you're in middle school, and you can be all like, hey, those 2 people on YouTube told me that you're full of bullshit, that you're bullshit, that you're full of shit. And then they'll be like, detention.
Honestly, high school is not all that teachers make it to be. Like, in elementary school, like, in your, like, 5th grade year or whatever, they'll be like, oh my gosh, your 6th grade year will not be like this. And then in your 8th grade year, oh my gosh, high school year will not be like this. You guys are getting so much freedom. It's going to be so much harder. And in high school, they're just going to be, college is going to be such a bitch to you guys. And then, really, it's not like that. Because, I mean, you're prepared. At least I hope you are.
Yeah.
So, the next thing is teachers. And, teachers, they really aren't that bad. Like, oh, you guys may think, like, they give a lot of homework and they just, like, don't even care that they're so sassy. Like, you'll be like, we have other homework to do. I mean, can we not just get all this homework? Like, they will not say, can you not get homework? Like, they won't sass you and they won't be a bitch to you. Like, of course, if you're, like, texting in their class or you're not paying attention or you're sleeping, they're going to be a little, like, mad at you because that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, you're supposed to learn.
But overall, I feel like the teachers, in our high school at least, really actually kind of care about us.
They do, and a bunch of people, like, in our friends group, like, they're all like, oh, so-and-so is such a dick,
he's out to get me, they don't like me, they hate me, they just want to ruin my life.
When in reality, it's just because they're helping you that you hate them.
Yeah, I mean, teachers really aren't that bad.
They're not. They're actually, they really, I keep messing with my hair.
There's a bug. Fall off the bike. Next thing is
homework. Do kids.
Seriously, I mean,
Like, teachers, they're pretty nice, unless you don't do homework.
and the only reason they get mad at you for not doing your homework is because they give you the homework to help you.
And then you don't do it, and it's like, what the fuck?
I'm only trying to help you.
Yeah.
So,
And if you're clearly not going to want to take my help, then what's the point? You have to do your homework. And, like, and if it's something really important, like, let's say, like
like a project that's like
yeah, project
30% of your grade or something.
Yeah, make sure you get that shit done on time, and don't be a procrastinator.
I can't even say procrastinator. Don't be a procrastinator.
I am probably the most procrastinator person out there. Like, literally, I still haven't got my tickets for Warped Tour. Yeah, I know it's really bad and they're really expensive now, but I'm gonna get them.
Yeah, she literally did her.
We had this in this one class. We had this really big project.
Mm-hmm.
I did it the night before.
And you didn't fail it, did you?
I got a D on it.
I didn't know that.
So I
She
really
got a D on it.
like, you want to like get a good grade on it, because now I have to bust my ass to do good on the
final.
or else I'll fail. Yeah. What does that say?
Stereotypes.
Stereotypes. All right. Stereotypes are another thing that kind of affects high school a lot. Like that's one thing that's. Shut the.
I want to say one thing.
Wow.
Stereotypes, like all these stereotypes from like books, movies, teachers, like other kids.
I was gonna say that.
Sorry.
Like
They affect how you like look at the beginning of your freshman year. Like it makes you all stressed out.
yeah, and then like I guess if you look at it, it's kind of all the stereotypes are kind of there. Like the groups of people. Just. I'm explaining. Don't cry.
Okay, continue.
So, like, I guess they're kind of there. Like, there's, like, the emo crowd, and then there's the popular crowd, and then the jocks.
And then the normal kids.
Yeah, the normal kids and the nerdy kids. And yeah, there are groups, and there are going to be groups. Like, that's something that's true about high school, and it really shouldn't exist, but it does, because that's a human. Like, that's what humans do. They classify things, and it may not be the best thing to do, but like it works, I guess. Like,
because it's not like.
because you're with your group of friends.
Yeah, and it's not like all the groups are like so divided. Like the popular people and the jocks will like not even interact with the gamers or whatever, because I mean, it's not true. Like, I think all of us kind of have friends in like all different places. Like, I know like some of my friends, they're like, I'm friends with gamers and nerds, and I guess not really popular people. I don't.
I mean, you dated one.
But yeah, like, they're not so divided, like, nobody will talk to anybody, or, like, they just hate a specific group of people.
Yeah.
It's just, we intermix, and we're fine talking to each other, unless we have problems with each other.
Yeah.
Usually we don't.
And I mean, there's still like a few stupid people who classify people as other things like that. And it's just stupid, but it's life, and that's what happens, I guess. Yeah, like, I just go with the flow.
Yeah, I mean,
Things, you know?
it's really whatever.
But one thing I like about, like, our friends group is, like, we're all different people. Like, I am, like, I guess, if you want to, like,
Put you in a group.
put me in a group, I'm sort of like a C/nerd kid. And if you want to put her in a group, I would classify her as, like, a prep. You know, like, but we all come together and we all share our differences. Like, look at her, what she's wearing. I would never wear something like that. I'm wearing Blackfoot Brides, and my hair is blue, and hers is, well, it's like black-brown.
Brown.
And yeah.
And that's why we're exact opposites.
Yeah. But it works for us.
Yeah, I mean, our friend group just accepts each other equally, I guess.
We work. And what's the next thing?
That says social life is not everything.
Yeah, like, you don't need a boyfriend to be like, boyfriends. I'm gonna cover the subtopic of boyfriends/girlfriends. You don't need one of those stupid things to run your life.
No.
Like, seriously, I mean, yes, it's nice to have someone to, like, be like that special someone.
Mhm.
You know, it's nice to have that. But if it affects your schooling or like everything, then what's the point? Because it's not helping you. And even if you're not in a relationship, you don't need to be in one to be happy. You know?
Exactly.
Like, it's just not, it just doesn't, it's not.
Yeah, it's not really relevant.
Yeah.
And adding on to that, like, if your boyfriend or girlfriend is getting in the way of your time with your friends and stopping you from doing your schoolwork, like she said, that kind of just takes away everything that, like, you need to go successfully, because they may not always be there. Like, you might not always be with them. You'll probably break up, as much as you like to think that's together forever. But
Yeah.
you'll probably break up, and then all that stuff that you, like, pushed out of your life, like schoolwork and your friends, like, they're
Are gone.
and
You can't
you're
get them back.
Well, I mean, you
You
can,
can,
but
but
it's, like,
it will never-
really, really hard work. Like, you will have to, like, focus your time and energy on your schoolwork if you just fail all your classes, and your friends just, they'll be
Like,
pissed.
Yeah, like, I have really bad trust issues with, like, a lot of friends, and if someone fucks up with, like, something like that, like, yeah, I'll understand, but, like, you just ruined, like, to me, it would never, ever be the same.
Exactly. It's like your trust is, like, all the way up here, but then once you, like, push that person out of your life for a boyfriend or girlfriend, it's just, like, it's in the negatives, and
Yeah.
you're just going to have really slow building up time because you don't
And
want to
it'll
trust that
never,
person.
ever be the same. Well, for me, at least.
Yeah, and I guess that kind of goes the same with friends, too. Like, with your schoolwork, like, if your friends are kind of, like, taking up your time and you're not getting your work done, and you'd rather, like, talk to your friends or text or be on social media and that stuff rather than do your homework and do work in class, then what's really the point of you being in school? I mean, like, I'm not saying drop out, because then I'm almost positive that you'll never see your friends as often as you'd like. And it's kind of not worth it. I mean, you have all the time in the world to, like, talk with your friends, like, during, like, passing periods or lunch or, like, before and after school, out of school definitely, and just when you're not doing anything in class at that moment. But, like, if you're, like, learning something important or just learning something at all, stick to that and just do it.
Because if all else fails, like, even if your friends, like, even if you guys grow apart, you'll still have, like, your schooling to make more friends. Like, if you go to college, or even if you don't go to college, you'll have, like,
You'll make friends at your job
Yeah.
if you get a really good job that you use based on your grades.
yeah. So even though you might think, oh, I don't want to lose them, or if I'm always focused on my work, then they're going to, like, leave me. I'm like, but if they're going to do that to you, then they're not truly your friend.
Exactly. They just, like, want you because you're, like, always there. And, like, I mean, sometimes even, like, your true friends, they don't even realize that you're not, like, getting your work done. Like, let's say I was always, like, hanging out with Kirsten, but, like, she never really asked about my schoolwork because she doesn't really care, to be honest. Like,
I wouldn't know if you're failing or not.
exactly.
But
like,
I know you because you wouldn't fail a class.
I'd cry if I'd fail.
Yeah. She cried because she thought that she failed her finals, and I told her that she didn't. She's like, no, because I did. And
burned
and then guess
myself.
what? Guess what?
I got 3
She
points
passed
more.
it.
So, see? Yeah. It's nice to have friends, but don't make it your, like, entire life. Finals. We were just talking about finals, too. That's perfect. So, the thing about finals is...
That was weird. Don't do that.
Finals can, like, depending on how much of your grade it is, for us, it's 15% of our final grade. So, if we have an A in the class and we...
Like, completely, like...
if we bomb it, it'll only bring us down, like, 1.5 letter grades, I guess. I mean,
So
we'll
if you
still
had
pass
an
the class.
A, then you would probably go down to either, like, a B- or a C.
Yeah. And, really, they can either be, like, I feel like it can be, like, super hard, like, if you're that type of person who doesn't study, who doesn't, like, prepare at all, who just, like, goes, like, you know what, I'll be fine, I don't need to know this, but that's your attitude about the whole entire thing, and you're not doing so well in your quizzes, or tests and stuff, then you should
Ye-
probably study for finals.
And if your school is as cool as ours, you get a note card.
Yeah.
Use that note card.
Write every single thing down on it that you learned, okay? Because it's important.
Well, no.
Not every single thing, but you know what I mean.
So, like, what I, like, have learned because of my one teacher who I really like, because he's really cool, because he has a lot of good knowledge. He says to write down things that, only write down the things that you're most stuck on. And, like, because if you write down every single one of your notes, then how are you going to find things? Because we have a time limit. How are you going to find, and if you can't see it or read what it says, then you might not know what you're doing and then fail it.
Yeah. And another thing that I kind of learned this year that kind of goes along with finals, it's like tests and quizzes, is that it may seem like really easy in class, like even if you had like no trouble at all passing all of your quizzes, you didn't need to study or anything in middle school, it's probably going to be a little bit harder. I mean, I failed my first test in, 3 years this year. And I have failed like 3 other tests, but that was because I didn't study for them. And I knew that I should have. I really did. I just didn't want to because I never really had a problem with that before, so I didn't think it was going to be a problem. But
It is.
it is. You should always, always, always study for these types of things.
And if you don't understand something, like I have failed a lot of my math tests. But if you don't understand something, then you definitely should go to the teacher. Like, even if you're like me who don't socialize well
yeah.
with like teachers or anything, or like asking for help, you don't even have to go to the teacher. Like, find like a study hall teacher or someone who,
Or like a friend who knows their stuff.
yeah, like if I don't know what I'm doing, I go to her.
But
She's smart at math.
yeah, but
That was a really weird laugh.
ha ha ha. But yeah, if you don't know something, I would say go talk to a teacher because they're not gonna snap at you and say, "Well, you should have been paying attention in class." Like, if you don't understand it, they will get you and they'll try to help you.
If
learn
you
it.
don't understand it, they'll understand you.
Exactly. So they're not gonna like yell at you for it.
That.
I don't know.
Run.
Run, Forrest, run!
Is that it?
I think that's it, actually.
Don't die.
Alright.
20 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.